Hi, my name is Patrick Jackson. This is my personal goals video. A little bit about myself. I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah, but I grew up in Wichita, Kansas, where I live now. I love anything outdoorsy, as you can see in the pictures. I love fishing. I love hiking. I like traveling and seeing historical sites across the country. I also really like playing any sorts of games, overly competitive sometimes, but I enjoy just about anything, whether it's a sport or a board game, pool, ping pong, whatever it is. I absolutely love playing games. I've been coaching since I finished college, multiple sports, and I love to cook. A little bit more about my work history. Formerly, I was a PE teacher for the last 9 years here in Wichita, Kansas, in USD 259 at a school called Gordon Parks Academy, which is a kindergarten through 8th grade school. It's called an academy because it's K-8, but it is a public school. At that school, I coach basketball and cross country. But I'm also the coordinator over the Better Academic and Social Excellence program known as BASE, which also ties into the Junior League sponsorship, which is how we tie Little League football into our academics in our district, since that's not an interscholastic sport in Wichita at the middle school level. I've also been the head track coach at Wichita Southeast for the last 5 years, and prior to that, I was an assistant coach for 5 years. My educational background, I attended Wichita Public Schools, went through elementary all the way through high school, graduated at Southeast, so it's kind of nice to be back at my alma mater. I then went on to participate at Wichita State, where I got my bachelor's in education for physical education. While I was there, I also ran track and participated in our physical education organization known as Team K-12. A lot of my professional development is primarily related to PE, but I've had a lot of trainings, especially with behavior management skills and MTSS systems. My personal goals, in the next 5 years, I'd love to pay my truck off, get that finished so I can start remodeling my home. I want to be able to add some things to my house, hopefully see if it's something that I can put on the market and turn a little bit of profit and move on. I'd also really like to get back into competing in track meets. I'm old enough now to compete at the master's level, and so I'd like to try to get back into that and see if I still have anything left in my tank. In the next 10 years after that, I'd love to work on getting my student loans paid off that I accumulated in my bachelor's degree, and also paying off my house while I'm working on it. And then hopefully I really would like to travel during that time period and see other countries. I've been to Europe a couple times, but I'd love to explore Africa, Australia, and Asia as well, and see the world. Beyond 10 years, some of the biggest goals I have is I'd love to own some land. As you can see from the picture, I love gardening, and so I would like to be able to have some space to explore that. And I would also like to possibly pursue a district level leadership degree and position in Wichita Public Schools. And one thing I've been talking with my brother about lately is the possibility of possibly writing some children's books. Professionally, in the next 5 years, I'd like to secure an assistant principal position. And I would also like to diversify my administrative experience, not just in grade levels, but also with the duties that fall under those administrators. Kind of see what kind of systems I can develop in the next 6 to 10 years. I'd like to then move on to hopefully become a principal. That is my end goal, hopefully someday being able to become a building principal. And I would really in our district like to develop some form of a comprehensive system to get better community engagement in our city with the Wichita Public Schools. Beyond that 10 years, I'd love to possibly pursue a district level leadership position and see what kind of change I can make at the next level. Why did I choose Fort Hays State? 3 main reasons was the cost. At the time when I enrolled, it was a cost-effective program for me that suited my needs. I also have colleagues that I work with that are going through the same program, and so I thought that it would be a good opportunity for us to bond as we go through that together. And then also, I thought it was a little bit outside the box, whereas a lot of people I've discussed a master's program with went through other schools, and I thought that giving something different a try could potentially diversify my experience and give me something outside the box that other people don't offer. My initial expectations was that I would really like to be able to communicate effectively with the professionals and experts at Fort Hays State University, to be able to develop the skills that I'm going to need to be an effective leader. I also really like the convenience of the online studies, which a lot of programs have developed that lately. But at the time, I thought Fort Hays State offered a lot more in that realm of virtual learning. And then I also like the pace that I can move at to get through this program to help myself move on as I try to pursue an administrative degree.